All right, today we're cracking open a financial plan that makes a really bold promise, a guaranteed paycheck for the rest of your life. So, is it for real? Let's find out.
Just think about that for a second. You make one investment decision today, and it sets you up with a steady, reliable income stream that you literally can't outlive. It's a pretty powerful idea, right? And it's the whole point behind this kind of financial product.
So let's dig into this whole lifelong paycheck thing. What kind of financial tool is actually built to give you that kind of security?
Well, it belongs to a category called a whole life savings plan. And the name kind of gives it away. It's a mix of two things. It's part life insurance, to protect your family, and it's part savings plan, designed to pay you for your whole life. Okay, so let's get specific. The plan we're breaking down today that really brings this idea to life is LIC's Jeevan Utsav.
And here it is, plan number 883. Now the key things to notice here are single premium, which just means you pay one lump sum up front, and whole life, which means this thing is designed to be with you all the way until you're 100 years old.
You're going to see these terms non-par and non-linked, and they might sound like complicated jargon, but this is maybe the most important part. All it means is that your returns are fixed. They are locked in. They have absolutely nothing to do with whether the stock market is up or down. What they promise you is exactly what you get. No surprises.
So how does this all work? How does one chunk of money magically turn into a lifelong income? Well, the easiest way to think about it is like you're planting a money tree.
The whole journey is basically a simple three-step process. First, you plant the seed. That's your one-time payment. Then you let it grow. There's a waiting period where it builds up value. And finally, you get to harvest the fruit, which is that guaranteed income for life.
Let's zoom in on that grow phase. It's officially called the guaranteed addition period. This is a waiting period that you get to choose. It can be anywhere from 7 to 17 years. During this time, your money just sits there, completely untouched, and collects guaranteed interest every single year. You just let it grow.
And then it's harvest time. This is called the survival benefit. Once that growing period ends, the plan starts paying you 10% of whatever your basic sum assured was. That's the main insurance amount you chose at the start. And it doesn't just pay you once, it pays you every single year, for life. This is your lifelong paycheck.
Okay, this is where things get interesting because you have a really big decision to make. You get to decide how you want to get that lifelong income.
You've got two choices. Option 1 is regular income. Super simple. You get that 10% payout deposited right into your bank account every year like clockwork. Option 2 is flexi income. With this one, you decide not to take the money each year. Instead, you tell LIC to hang on to it and let it pile up and earn even more interest.
All this theory is great, but let's make it real. So let's meet Priya. She's 35 and she's looking to get a plan with a basic sum assured of 10 lakh rupees. Let's see what happens when she picks each of the two options.
Okay, so if Priya goes with regular income, she'll make a one-time investment of around 8 lakh rupees. Once her waiting period is up, she starts getting 1 lakh rupees every single year for the rest of her life. Guaranteed. Now stop and think about that for a second. She's getting 1 lakh a year on an 8 lakh investment. That's a simple, predictable return she can count on no matter what.
But what if Priya chooses flexi income? She puts in the same investment, but instead of taking that 1 lakh rupees every year, she lets it sit. And look at this, after 20 years of just letting that money pile up, it's grown to over 34 lakh rupees. That, right there, is the magic of compounding.
So what's the engine driving all that growth? Well, with the flexi income option, any payout you decide to leave behind grows at a guaranteed rate of 5.5%, and it compounds every single year.
Okay, so we've got the main idea down. Let's quickly go over the rules of the road and some of the extra perks that come with this plan.
So, who can get this? Pretty much anybody. The entry age starts from just 30 days old all the way up to 65. The plan runs for your whole life, as we said. You need a minimum of 5 lakh rupees to get started, and the payouts can begin as early as age 18. And there are a few other nice-to-haves baked in. You get a rebate, which is basically a discount, if you invest a larger amount. If you ever need cash in a pinch, there's a loan facility available. And of course, since this is still an insurance plan, there's a death benefit to make sure your family is taken care of.
We've gone through the what and the how, but that leads us to the biggest question of all. Is this the right plan for you?
Look, this plan is really built for someone who values safety and predictability above everything else.
If you're planning for something long-term like retirement and you just hate the idea of market risk, this is designed for you. On the other hand, if you're chasing higher growth and are okay with the market's ups and downs, or if you need to be able to access all your money quickly, there are probably better fits out there.
And that really brings us to the final question I want to leave you with. When you picture your financial future, what's more important to you? Is it the absolute, rock-solid certainty of a guaranteed income, no matter what happens in the world? Or is it the potential for much bigger gains that comes from riding the waves of the market? Your answer to that question will tell you a whole lot about where a plan like this might fit in your life.